Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And today I want to share with you guys all of the new items that I grabbed on Blu-ray and 4K, plus a couple of video games I picked up in the month of December. So of course this is not including any of my Christmas gifts, which I showed in the last video, and if there were other hauls throughout the month, those are in those videos as well. But today we're talking about the new items that I purchased. But before we jump into that, I just want to make a quick programming note here. Typically on the first Tuesday of the month, this is my day for the most anticipated releases video that I do every month, and I've been doing that for quite a while now. But this month, frankly, I just didn't have time over the weekend to look through what's coming out, so I'm going to do that over the next couple of days here, and you will see that on Thursday morning. At least that is the idea right now. Sunday at the latest, but probably on Thursday. So definitely, if you're interested in that, look back here on the channel in a couple of days to see that video. But today I have around a dozen items to get through, so not the biggest haul, but it was pricey, which we'll talk about as we go through it here. So let's not waste any time at all. Let's dive right into my December new Blu-ray and 4K media haul. So as I mentioned in the intro, I do have a couple of video games to talk about today. So one of these I actually did pick up used, but that's all right. I don't have any other video games to show, so it's just going to go into this video anyway. I grabbed this one from Disc Replay, and it's not that old. It just came out, I want to say a couple of months ago, not even that long ago. So I was surprised to see it there, but very happy because I was able to save a ton of money when I was planning on purchasing it new anyway. This is Dragon Quest III, the 2D remake. I think there's, what do they call it here? Yeah, okay, I was right. Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake specifically. So this, of course, is just a remake of Dragon Quest III, the RPG, but it's done with these beautiful updated graphics, as you can see on the back of the box here. So this was one that it caught my interest. I was watching another channel, they were talking about it, made it sound like something I might enjoy, so I wanted to grab it, and I had it in my Amazon cart. Well, I ended up going to Disc Replay, and they had it there for about 15 bucks less. I think it was actually about $25 less than the new price, and I had 20% off, so it just made sense to buy it that way. And like most games these days, the only thing included on the inside anyway was the cart. I watched some unboxing videos just to confirm that, which I do have up with my Switch. But yeah, had to grab this one. Really good deal. Even though it's not new, I'm sharing it now. This is Dragon Quest III, the HD 2D remake. And the other video game item I picked up actually was a new release purchase, and very rare for me to grab a new release. I actually pre-ordered this one though. This is Rugrats Adventures in Gameland. So this looked awesome, and I think this was released digitally quite a while ago, but it just got a physical release, and so that's, you know, when I decided to pick it up. But it's supposed to be an awesome game. I've heard nothing bad about this one. And of course, I'm a giant Rugrats fan. I grew up with them, so you know I love the Rugrats. But what's really cool about this is there are actually two styles you can play in. As you can see on the back there, either the HD new style or the old 8-bit graphic style. So looks awesome. I have not had a chance to start this one yet. I've been a little bit obsessed with my Odin 2 that I showed in my previous video, but I will eventually get around to this. This is Rugrats Adventures in Gameland for the Switch. Alright, so let's move over now to the Blu-rays that I picked up, and this first one I did talk about in my anticipated releases video. This is Watchmen Chapter 2. So I watched Chapter 1 basically right when it came in, and I loved it. I thought it was great. Unfortunately, Chapter 2 I have not gotten a chance to get around to yet. The month of December is just so ridiculously busy from start to finish. So, of course, you know, I plan to correct that soon here. I would love to include this in a shelf space episode in the coming month, but we will see if I get around to it. Cannot wait to check this one out, though. I really loved the first part of this, so very excited to check out Watchmen Chapter 2. This next one was a super random pickup. It was actually advertised on Instagram, I think it was. It was just one of the sponsored ads as you're scrolling through there. And it was on sale for the holiday season, so I finally grabbed this. In Search of Darkness. And this is the original trilogy. So it has, part 1, 2, and 3 on here that talks about the 1980s horror filmmaking. So very intrigued to check this out. Not a whole lot going on the back there other than a bunch of text. But yeah, I've heard great things about this. These are 3 super long documentaries. Part 1 is 260 minutes, part 2 is 270 minutes, and part 3 is 342 minutes. Like, that's ridiculous. So yeah, this is just a super deep dive into 1980s horror, and I've heard just great things about it. This is the standard release of it. I know when it was originally released, it was a lot more expensive. I paid around $50 for this shipped. I know when it was brand new, it was closer to 100, I think, and it came in a big box set with all 3 of these in separate, cases. Very nice, but that's not what I ended up getting. I went the cheaper route here and grabbed this version. Like I said, not cheap, but a lot cheaper than it would have been, and a lot cheaper than eBay, actually, because even this version on eBay was closer to like 75 or 80 bucks, and I got this, like I said, right around 50 bucks with shipping. So excited to dive into this. This is a big undertaking, but I'm definitely going to check this out at some point in my life here. This is In Search of Darkness, parts 1 through 3. Moving over to TV on Blu-ray, there are a couple of things here, and both of these were actually kind of just random sale items I picked up. Actually, I think the first one was a Black Friday sale item I grabbed that just finally came in last month. And this is a show that was not streaming at all, which is why I decided to grab the Blu-ray of this. I wish it was in a different case, but it is what it is. This is Mr. Robot, the complete series. So I frankly have not heard a lot of word of mouth of this. Not a lot of people talked about this show on YouTube here or anything like that. But the reviews for this are really excellent. And it has an awesome cast in it as well. So was really interested to check this one out. I've always been intrigued, but never really had access to it. So I figured, you know what? I think this was $30, which is a really good price. Again, this was a Black Friday deal. So I decided to pick it up. I want to say this is 5 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. 4 or 5, I can't remember. But maybe it's only 4 seasons. But either way, supposed to be awesome. So I'm really looking forward to checking it out. I've not opened it yet, but you can you hear that? I don't know. It makes some noise when you shake it around on the inside. The discs look fine. It's just, that's the type of case it is, which is why I wish it had a better case. But it is what it is. For the price, I can't complain too much. So this is Mr. Robot, the complete series. Let me know if you guys ever watched this. I would love to hear some thoughts from you guys down in the comments. And then the other complete series I grabbed was also on sale. I don't think this was part of a Black Friday or anything like that. It just happened to drop down to a really good price. Like, I think this one was right around 30 bucks as well, and this one has 6 seasons in it on Blu-ray. This is The Expanse, the complete series. So, of course, this is based on a set of sci-fi books, and did I read the first book in this series? I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But yeah, either way, I didn't continue it even if I did. But yeah, this one is supposed to be just an awesome, like, hard sci-fi series. So intrigued to check it out. I think it mixes in like elements of crime with sci-fi. So it sounds like it could be right up my alley. And it's just like 6 seasons for around 30 bucks. It's such a good price. So had to grab this one on Blu-ray. This is The Expanse, the complete series. I did not realize how TV heavy this month's haul was, but man, I have a bunch of TV shows. But anyway, we're going to move over to 4K now, and before I get to the TV series I grabbed on 4K, we're going to look at a couple of new releases I picked up. So first off here is a brand new one that just came out last month. This is Alien Romulus, and fortunately, though I did have to wait, I did get it with the slipcover, and it's awesome because it's this embossed slipcover, and it just looks so cool. I enjoyed this movie. Now, admittedly, I didn't love it as much as I was hoping I was going to love it when I saw it in theaters, but I still really liked it. So there was no chance I wasn't picking this one up on physical media. Now, there is a steelbook available. It is a bit more expensive. I think I paid around $30, $35 for this, where the steelbook right now anyway is $45. But before it came out, that steelbook was closer to $50 or $55. It was stupidly priced, so that wasn't even an option for me. And frankly, I like the slipcover version better, so I decided to go this route. But yeah, I've not checked this one out again, but I definitely plan on watching it again soon because like I said, I really enjoyed it, and I want to give it another shot. But yeah, awesome to have this one on physical media. It did take like 2 or 3 weeks after its release date to get here, but now it's here, and I'm happy to have it. This is Alien Romulus on 4K. So there's only one more movie that I grabbed, and the rest are TV series, but this literally just came in a few minutes ago. As you can see, it came in one of these bags from Amazon, which is just awesome because it's a steelbook, which so it's super annoying. And I think I actually canceled my pre-order on this. I may have done that after I did my anticipated releases video, but I canceled the pre-order, but then I changed my mind as the month went on and I ordered this. It was on back order, but I'm happy to say it has finally arrived. This is, I'm sorry, I got distracted because I thought it was uneven. This is Transformers 1, and this is the 4K Steelbook edition of this, which I think looks awesome. However, as you can see, it came in that crappy shipping bag, and it's a little open. So let's open this one. Let's take the plastic off of this and make sure this thing is in good shape. All right, I've not really checked it out yet, but I have the plastic off, so let's take a look here. So here is the J card, as you can see, and that one is stuck on there with some glue, so I will slowly get that off because I try to preserve that as I go. See, there's some marks up here. Oh yeah, gotta love it. Yeah, so I don't know if, yeah, you can see it there, right there. It is a little messed up right there at the top. Man, that is so annoying. I've had such, wow, actually, is this whole thing? No, there looks to be a line on here. This is terrible for filming, but there looks to be like a line down there as well. So I don't know what that's about, but that front part there is messed up. So yeah, that's disappointing. Ah, man, do I try returning this one? I might try exchanging this one and see if I can get another one. But yeah, that's just annoying. Can you see it there pretty well? There it is. Yeah, and you can actually see the line a little bit with the light. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, just annoying. I've had such bad luck with steelbooks lately, which I'll talk about again in a few minutes here. But anyway, let me get this opened up, make sure it actually is okay on the inside. So you have the digital copy, and then on the inside with the discs, everything looks good from a like how it's put together standpoint. It's just that little mark up there. Do I care that much? I don't know. Is it worth, making a trip up to Kohl's or wherever to return it? That's where I do all my Amazon returns. I don't know about you guys, but you can return them at Kohl's. But anyway, that is the inside, and that looks awesome. Like, frankly, this is just a great-looking steelbook, and I decided, you know what? I want the steelbook, and if I wait too long, I might not get it. So that's why I grabbed this one. So I don't know. The jury's out on whether I'll try to do an exchange on this one or not, because it took so long to get this originally, but we'll see. That does annoy me. Anyway, let's move on to the next one here. This is Transformers 1, which I didn't even mention is an origin story to the Transformers universe, and I've heard really good things about it. So excited to check this one out. All right, moving back over to TV series, well, to wrap things up. This one here is another one I grabbed on sale. I think this was only like $20, and I was so close to buying this on Blu-ray during the Black Friday sales, but I'm glad I waited because this was only a few dollars more after Black Friday. This is The Last of Us Season 1. So like I said, this is the 4K release of this, and I've heard amazing things about this show. Frankly, I had it in my head that I really wanted to play the game before watching the show, but I just don't know if that's going to be realistic, so I'll probably end up watching this and then playing the game afterwards if I love it, but we'll see. So yeah, excited to check this out. Like I said, I've heard nothing but really good things about the series, so very intrigued to see if this one is as good as everyone says. This is The Last of Us Season 1. So I'll showcase these next three together because they're all part of the same series. And so these were ones I actually bought off of eBay. I did buy them new, but I have opened them because when they came in, I just wanted to make sure they were in good shape. And unfortunately, one of the three was dented on the front, but I was able to contact the eBay seller who I'll put that either information up here on the screen or I'll put it in the description below because they were great. They completely, no questions asked, sent me out a new edition of it so that I had a pristine copy and everything like that. So now we're all good, and so I will definitely link them in the comments. You guys, if you're familiar with eBay, you're probably aware of them because it's a big seller, and I think they used to be called like Blow It Out of Here or something like that. I never purchased from them with that name, but I have with the new name, maybe Pops something. I don't know, whatever. You'll see what the name is either on screen or down in the description. But I had to grab all three of these because I've decided to start collecting all of these. This is The Mandalorian, and this is the complete first season. And then we have the complete second season. And then, of course, the brand new one, the complete third season. So this is all 3 seasons that are currently available of this show. And I decided, as I mentioned with my last video with the Ahsoka pickup, that I want to grab all of these on these 4K steelbooks because these steelbooks are gorgeous. And I'm just a big Star Wars fan, so it makes sense to have them in my collection. And with the price of these, they are expensive, which is why, I didn't spend anything out of pocket. It was all just money I made off of eBay because, man, they are expensive. But this one had a big dent in it originally. And for the price I paid, I wasn't going to accept that. And so, of course, I contacted them and they were super great about it. So sent me out a new one. Just all I had to do was send them a picture of the messed up item and they sent it out very quickly. And so I already have it in, which is awesome. But anyway, very excited to watch through these. So actually what I did is I watched the first episode of Mandalorian. I was actually going to do a whole vlog around it. I didn't end up doing it, but I watched the first episode of Mandalorian and I loved it. Like, it's awesome. And so you know what? I said to myself, you're just going to pick up the 4K and watch the rest that way. So because I had the first one, I grabbed the other 2. I did that with The Sandman as well, episode 1. That one was pretty good, but nothing's really drawn me back to it, so I'm probably going to leave that one behind and not pick up that one. But yeah, so happy to have all 3 of these. These are gorgeous. I guess I should show through these. That's why I didn't put them in their sleeves that I always put them in, their plastic sleeves. But anyway, that's the J card for the first season. And then I will open this up. So there is the front and the back of season 1. And then you get postcards in all of these Disney releases as well. And then you have I think this was from the very end of episode 1, which was super cool. So that is season 1 of The Mandalorian. Let me keep going here and I'll show you. This is actually season 3. There is the outside of season 3. Like I said, I think these things just look gorgeous. And so that's why I decided that I want to have them in my collection. And then you see that image there, which I don't really know what that is yet, but I will learn it as I go through the series. And then finally, we have season 2 as well. And there is the outside of that. And then there's the first postcard for season 2, plus the inside. So yeah, very cool collection to have, and I'm very excited to complete it. I think there are 2 more that I need, if I'm not mistaken. Obi-Wan has a TV series that was released in this way, and then Andor, I think, is the other one. So I just got to grab those. I think that's all of them, though. So I'm getting really close. I have 4 of the, 6, I think, that are released. Let me know if I'm missing any down below, because I may just not be on my radar. But anyway, I was finally able to grab the first 3 seasons on 4K Steelbook of The Mandalorian. And then last but not least today was the big one, the one that cost way more money than I should have spent on it, but I had to have this in the collection. You already know it. It's Seinfeld on 4K, the complete series, and this thing is awesome. Now, admittedly, the packaging on this, for the amount of money that we spent on this, is pretty lackluster. There's nothing special about it whatsoever, but what matters are the discs. And I did watch through season 1, another video I was planning on doing that I didn't get around to in December, talking about my first impressions of this 4K release, but they're great. My first impressions are awesome on this. I thought season 1 looked fantastic. The pilot episode, which I think, I have this set next to me too, with King of Queens, was the same thing with this pilot episode. The pilot episodes on these don't look the best, but once you get past that and you get into the series proper, it really does look just awesome. And so I wanted to put on my DVDs again just to kind of compare the two, but I didn't get around to it. So I'll just say that I think these 4Ks look great. They are in that proper 1.33 to 1 aspect ratio as was advertised, and there are a bunch of special features on here. I think it's all special features that were available previously for the most part, except I believe there's one new one that I talked about in my anticipated releases video, but I haven't watched that one yet. I did watch one of the special features, which was just an audio commentary track, and it was great. It was just hilarious. So yeah, I love this show. It's one of my all-time favorites, so I had to grab this one and upgrade it from my DVDs. You could also grab the Blu-ray. I'll note that that is in 1.78 to 1 aspect ratio, which is what you will watch on streaming right now. but the 4K, if you go that route, that does have the original 1.33 to 1 aspect ratio. So whichever way you prefer is the way I would recommend going. But either way, if you are wanting to upgrade your DVDs or don't own it at all, this is great. Like, I love what I've spent my time with so far. So this is Seinfeld, the complete series, and that is going to wrap up today's video. All right, another one where there's just too many. I'm not going to pull them up here again, but let me know down in the comments below, what did you guys grab in the month of December? Anything cool that you maybe got for Christmas that you haven't told me about yet? I'd love to hear about that. If you want to see everything I got for Christmas, check out the last video here on the channel that will showcase all of the cool merch I got, plus DVDs, or not DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, and everything else in there. So definitely check that video out if you're interested. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for checking out this video and making it all the way to the end. That really does help me out. But before I let you guys go, I'll just encourage you all to consume some media today. Oh, how could I be remiss to mention, go Lions. We are the #1 seed for the first time in franchise history. Oh, that's really what threw off my anticipated releases video. I got watching and I just got so distracted I didn't have a time to write it up. But anyway, go Lions. So happy for them and just for this city. It is amazing. I cannot wait to see what happens in the playoffs. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Thanks again for watching. I will catch you all next time.